Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Are back, Michael.
Hello.
Another edition of the Sports Report, and I have to say to all of our fans out there, missed you. Been a couple days.
Yeah.
But we are back. It's Friday. It's Football Friday. How you doing, Michael?
I'm doing well, Brian. How are you?
Very well. Very well, I have to say. Big weekend.
We're getting dinner after this for Matthew's birthday.
Yes. Pumped to celebrate another night of Matthew's birthday. So, but let's just dive into it. A lot to go over in the world of the National Football League.
Juju Smith-Schuster is blown up. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins.
Do not stand up with that man and let him just throw you out of the club.
On its way. It bounces off the crossbar, and it's good. Oh, my goodness.
All right. So week 11 kicked off last night. Patriots, Falcons, and really was not too entertaining of a game. Completely one-sided, and coming from Jets fans like ourselves, Michael, not the type of game that we're interested in seeing the Patriots dominate another team. So, you got to give it to them. I mean, 5-0 on the road, 5 wins in a row after a 2-4 start and a 25-0 shutout. So I think the defense is playing well, but I do think, and I think you don't really agree with me, but I'm just going to say this anyway. I think people are getting a little too excited about Mac Jones.
Yeah, no, I think it's all Bill.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Mac. I just think it's like, can we give some credit to Bill, though?
Yeah. I mean, he's, after a terrible year last year for their standards.
Right. And I just think he needed, I guess Cam Newton really is like just.
Oh, my God, dude. I mean, it's just like, they're used to a passing offense.
Yeah.
And it's like he just couldn't complete a pass.
Yeah.
It's that simple, especially after he came back from COVID. And I mean, you look at Jones, 22, 26, 207, a touchdown, a pick. And it's like,
it doesn't pop out to you.
It doesn't pop out. Everyone's comparing it to the start of Brady's career, but it's like, just because he's playing conservative football and has similar numbers to Brady 20 years ago has nothing to do with, he's going to be a 7-time Super Bowl champion. And I just think that's where everyone's getting ahead of themselves.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
it's he's 7-4.
Yeah. 7-4. Like I said, 5 in a row, but it's like, and then people are already talking Super Bowl for the Pats. And it's like, let's not get carried away here.
How much would that suck?
Oh my God, it would be awful. But,
if he won already.
Yeah, but 0%. Remember, I said they're not even going to sniff, a Super Bowl. And, looking ahead at this schedule here, I mean, it's not exactly, a cakewalk. You got Titans next week, Bills, Colts, Bills. I mean, talk about a tough stretch there. Conceivably, they could lose their next 4 games in a row and be looking at 7-8.
Right.
So I just think let's not get ahead of ourselves. Credit where credit is due. Defense playing nasty. I mean, you look at it last night, pitching the shutout, 4 sacks, 4 interceptions, including a late pick 6 by Kyle Van Noy. So I mean, it's everything the Patriots could have hoped for, especially after that 2-4 start. As far as the Falcons are concerned, they were excited a couple weeks ago. We're back to 500 after an 0-3 start. Things are looking up, and ever since that point, things are looking way down. You get shellacked by the Cowboys last week. So if you look at it from a 2-week perspective, outscored 68-3 the last 2 games. Matt Ryan, 19-28 last night, $153 through the air. No touchdowns. They averaged only 3.2 yards per play, which is just absolutely atrocious. And you went 0-2 in the red zone, so you just didn't finish. And I am a little confused, though, by this because I just feel like I don't quite understand it because I understand Ryan is declining a little bit, but at the same time, he's not terrible.
I think he got hurt in the first half, though.
It banged up, but he stayed in. And then late they pulled him for Rosen. But I mean, just in general, like the last 3-4 years, I mean, do you think it's just like they just need? I mean, they brought in a new head coach. Like, is it really
It's over, bud.
Where do you go? They just need a new quarterback.
Yeah, just restart. He's old.
Yeah, but I just feel like it's like they brought in new players, and I don't know.
It's over. It was over after that Super Bowl.
Yeah, it really is a shame too. And then not having Calvin Ridley doesn't help either. So be interesting to see kind of where they go from here. You either could make a late push to try to get a wild card spot or finish around 500, or you could lose the majority of your games and have a high pick. But that's obviously not what they're hoping for. But time will tell what will happen there. So looking ahead here to Sunday, hoping to have some more appealing games, than we had obviously last night. First one, we'll take a look at the 3-7 Miami Dolphins, 3-point road favorites at our 2-7 New York Jets. 1:00 on CBS. Tua, despite the issues with his finger, will start for the Dolphins, and Joe Flacco making the start for the Jets. I mean, what do you even make of this, Michael? I don't even know where to begin.
I don't know. I heard all these dudes talk about how it was like Rob Salah's making up for Joe Douglas's mistakes, just like taking it, because obviously it's his boss. So not having that like veteran quarterback, everyone's saying to just get all the young players in a rhythm, essentially, and even not just Zach, it's like the receivers too.
Elijah Moore.
Yeah, all of them.
Mims.
Like someone who could just get them the ball where they know that when they turn, it's going to be there.
Right. So, I mean, and a lot of people, though, on the Fan, and I know, obviously you listen to a lot of like ESPN radio, are that part being said, are they still giving them a lot of heat, like just saying, just start Mike White? I know he looked terrible last game, but it's like, it just makes more sense, like for an evaluation standpoint. Flacco has no future for the Jets, and you don't really want to win games anyway.
I mean, they should do that.
Yeah. I think because, the Bills have one of the best defenses in the league. Had one great start, one terrible start.
And they just came off a loss, too.
Yeah. So it's just like, and then I guess I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I guess Joe Flacco started for the Jets last year against the Dolphins, was terrible. I mean, garbage time last week. He did throw that touchdown, but
he's trash, too.
Yeah.
It's all trash.
Yeah. I think Mike White was the move, but I think Zach Wilson will be back next week. And I think they're playing the Texans, actually. So I think that would be a good spot for him to return. I mean, we know the Texans have been atrocious this year. So once again, we're about halfway into the year, a little more, and it's just a future evaluation process for the Jets. But obviously the biggest part of that is when Zach Wilson comes back. So for now, they'll have to focus on the younger skill guys and just, see if anybody other than, maybe Quinton Williams and a couple other select names on defense will stay around, because this defense has been absolutely atrocious. And I know it's easy to say it's a combination of both, but if you had to point a finger to it, is it more a lack of talent or a lack of effort when it comes to the defensive end?
Talent, probably.
I mean, it's real. Those corners, man, putting them in single coverage.
Rookies against top
undrafted
defense.
rookies.
Yeah.
Like
what?
I mean, but like, what do you have any what is your mindset just moving forward? Like, how do we get out of this mess?
I mean, lose.
Yeah, and just
Seattle loses. We have a lot of picks.
Yeah,
get better players from the top programs that are already ready to play.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a huge waiting process. Like next year, they can make an impact. D-line, corners. I like the running back we have.
Michael Carter.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah. They have pieces, just they're missing other pieces. And it's we got to Zach has to play more.
Becton has
been injured all year. So it's there's a lot of pieces that have not fallen into place.
So I do agree with you.
I'm excited for the draft, honestly.
And this is probably, I know it's easy to say this last 10 years, but the most important draft the Jets have had in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to hit a home run, especially with those 2 high draft picks. And I hope that,
what if they get the 1 and 2? Do you think they go and there's some stud quarterback? Do you think they get another quarterback?
I think it depends how Zach finishes. Imagine if he plays worse than he already has.
I know.
Then I think definitely if they show something, I think I've heard offensive line, defensive line. There's always a possibility team needs a quarterback. They'll trade back. I don't want them to trade back though.
I don't like that.
But it's just the value. But let's get the best two picks in the draft. Honestly.
Yeah. Honestly, why not?
So it's about knocking that draft out of the park, getting rid of the dead weight this offseason, and anywhere in free agency where you possibly could make an impact and not do anything crazy, anything that's going to hurt you down the road. I say you do it. Now, no matter how the rest of this season goes, do you, in your mind, if it was up to you, are you bringing back Salah and Douglas for next season?
Yeah.
But it's like you got to show some semblance of a future next year, otherwise.
Oh, next year, yeah.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over again.
It's over, and really, you really should show something.
Bill
now.
Cowher.
I would love to see it. I mean, it's just
imagine him yelling on the sideline.
Oh my God,
with that big chin.
If he was coaching right now, would the record be any different?
I think so.
Yeah, like a win, maybe 2 if they were lucky.
Yeah, he's smarter. He knows more than Salah. He's been in the game way longer. He knows more plays. Like he trusted Ben when he was young,
right,
to just sling it and do whatever he wanted.
Yeah, no, you're
you know what I mean. Right. So I just think he I don't know. I just hate how we always get the coach that's like timid with our quarterback, and we always have a young new quarterback like every couple of years, and it's like we have a new coach, and it's like, why can't you just let him sling it?
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, the last coach that was really good with the offense, I mean, Bill Parcells. I mean, Herm.
I give Herm. I know we looked at the seasonal stats with him. I know it really just it's tough.
Not quite Tony with Willie Randolph,
but they did make AFC championships games, and they did have an electric offense with I forgot who their other receiver was besides Corbett in those days, but it was a stud.
Santana Moss.
No, not then.
Coles.
No, it was before those dudes.
Oh my, this is gonna bother me. I feel like
I know
with Curtis Martin.
Yeah, and Vinny.
Oh, I feel like there's just somebody that we're missing. I mean, I'm sure we'll. What year did it? Oh, 1998.
It was 98, right?
Yep.
I thought so, but.
And I remember they beat Jacksonville, but then lost
Keyshawn.
The Broncos.
They had Keyshawn Johnson, dude.
But what's your take on Key on 98.7 ESPN?
Dude, I hate that show. Jay Will.
Oh, man. And the thing that sucks is I feel like you take those guys, not Kellerman, because obviously he's just going to be bad wherever he is. But like Jay Williams, for instance, I thought did a great job when it was him and Seth Greenberg covering college basketball. But then once he started getting the NBA and talking about other sports, doesn't know what he's talking about. I just feel like
I know. I just hate how they go to all the sports. Like these guys. It's like you're a basketball
and it's
guy.
The same thing with Keyshawn. Like you should be on NFL Countdown, not like talking about baseball. Basketball.
I know. They just say jibber jabber.
Yeah. Filling air.
Yeah.
That's the best way to say it. So back to the field though. I mean, honestly, crystal ball here, Michael. I mean, what do you see happening? Yeah. Big
to a big game looking like Steve
yards.
Young out there, dude. One of those things. Like when Tua first came out and had that first good game, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe like a 35-7 win. You know how it will go.
Yeah.
What's his name's going to come out? Flacco's going to come out, quick drive, touchdown, and then that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's going to just be downhill from there.
I could see that. Yeah. I'm going to say
I'm over it, dude,
Oh.
It's 10th, 11th week.
Oh.
It's over.
God. Yeah.
It's like the season's done. It's crazy, but I'm already ready for the draft.
Yeah. I know.
Isn't that nuts?
But I just hate
feels like the season just started.
But I feel like we wasted this year.
I don't know if it's wasted. Maybe, like Zach could see the ups and downs of a season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all a learning curve, but dude, oh God. Can we find it would have been dope if we were complete trash, but like Zach was slinging it.
Yeah.
All over.
And what would you say your confidence level when he comes back of just having maybe one or two?
I think it's high. I mean, I know my confidence level is high.
Right.
I think he will do it.
Yeah.
I really do.
You'll feel a little bit of a sigh of relief.
Yeah, like I could at least talk junk about him killing it the last couple games and be like, oh, well, get ready for next season. Like he's going to be carrying out over.
In 5 years, who's going to have a better career, Tua or Zach Wilson? just asking the question.
Tua's no.
Tua's going to be out?
He kind of reminds me of I'm so mad that I'm playing Tim Tebow, but like more playing time.
Right. The lefty.
Or no, just the whole they look like their build is the same, the way they move, like obviously, like I don't know. Just like I just think it's gonna be like that kind of a thing, but just more time in the NFL to try.
So yeah, just kind of be interesting to see because they're not really thrilled with him so far. So they have some decisions to make on their side. Playing better of late though. So I'm gonna say, I do agree with you. I think the Dolphins win. I think ugly game, a lot of field goals, a lot of interceptions. So say Dolphins 24, Jets 20. I mean, and
you said who?
Dolphins 24, Jets 20.
Realistically, it is the truth.
Yeah. And it's crazy after that friggin' Bengals win, to have just absolutely nothing other than
I forgot the stat. It was ridiculous. I was listening on Greeny, but they've let over like in a stretch, like the most yards and points in any stretch in NFL history.
Yeah. Yep. The gift that keeps on giving.
But you know what? Like, you know what they say? In order for it to get good, it has to hit rock bottom.
It's just,
I mean,
the thing that's tough though, I remember seeing this last year. There was a footage of Al Michaels 20 years ago on like Sunday Night Football or whatever it was. Monday Night Football, actually.
With who?
Oh man.
No, I'm not saying the announcers. But what game?
It was the Jets.
Yeah.
And
who's the quarterback?
Jeez, maybe even
Chad?
Boomer. Like it was that long ago. So even further back than that. And talking about what a joke of an organization the New York Jets are. That's what they've always been, and that's what they'll always be. And the fact that was 20,
probably even 30 years ago, to be honest.
The
Boomer.
same thing still applies, dude.
40 years ago.
Yeah. But the fact that the same thing still applies, really just discouraging. So if not now.
Have the Johnsons always owned it?
I think it's been like 20 years, so right around that timeline. The
60s is when they came in, right? Jets?
Oh, yeah. Well, I know they won the Super Bowl in 68 or 60.
So that was 69. The merger.
Yeah, the merger.
68. So they started owning it since then, you think?
No. It's been like 20 years.
Okay.
I don't know who owns it before them, but probably nobody good because that's just how the Jets operate. So
they sell it to bad owners. That's so funny.
It's just like, you think, Tony, you think Cohen would be interested in maybe doing like a joint venture? No?
Got hands full of the mess, dude.
Enough to worry about there. So we'll see. 1:00 CBS, the Toilet Bowl. 5-5, Indianapolis Colts at the 6-3 Buffalo Bills.
Oh, by the way, bang these out. I'll get the schedule. Me and Tony did this. I like this. When it's just two people, right, Tony? I'll bang out the schedule for Sunday, and you just like slam your picks.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna do this one. New Orleans. We'll start over.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna bang them out. I'm gonna go through them, and you just tell me who you think is gonna win. Score.
All right. Wait. Just give me 1 second.
Football frenzy. You can't handle it. Can't handle it.
You're just throwing a changeup on me.
I know.
All right. You know what?
Let's do it.
I don't need to look at anything. God.
All right. Ready? Here we go. New Orleans at 5-4, going against Philly at 4-6, 1:00 Sunday. Who you got, Barnes?
I have, believe it or not, the Philadelphia Eagles.
What's the score?
The score is 24-10.
Wow. Okay. We're going to keep going. Washington football team at 3-6 versus the Carolina Panthers. Cardinal Panthers.
Ron Rivera, revenge spot. Cam getting that first start for the Panthers since he came back.
Second.
Well, first start. He
didn't start last game?
No, he just came off the bench.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to say ugly game.
Yeah.
17-10. Newton, under 200 yards passing, 3 interceptions. Ron gets the hearty laugh after the game.
I like it. All right. Buffalo at 6-3, coming off the spanking to the Jets against the Indianapolis Colts. So you were just going to talk about this game, right?
I just was.
All right. So 5-5. Who you got?
Jonathan Taylor goes for 200 yards rushing, has been absolutely on fire. Don't care how good the Bills defense is. They got a break last week with the Jets. Colts 31, Buffalo 17.
Okay, cool. I like that. Next game. Cleveland coming off a bad oh my god. This is a scary one, right? Cleveland 5-5 versus the 0-8-1 Detroit Lions. Who you got, Brian?
Let's just say after this game, it will be the 1-8-1 Detroit Lions. The Lions get the victory. The Browns are just a mess. It doesn't matter who's healthy, who's not. I think their season's just over.
Yeah.
So give me Detroit. Finally going to score, I think, 28, which is a ton for them, to 17.
Wow, cool. Love it.
Dan Campbell, first career win, cries after the game.
On field?
And in the post-game press
cool.
conference.
San Francisco 4-5 versus Trevor Lawrence 2-7. Who you got?
Jags are riding high, better recent play, but the Niners seem like they kind of finally found something. They're going to run for over 200 yards. Elijah Mitchell has been nice. So give me the San Francisco 49ers 28, Jacksonville 12.
Wow. Houston 1-8, Tennessee 8-2. I don't think this is going to be a tough pick for you.
Adrian Peterson, 100 yards rushing. Give him 2 touchdowns. Maybe AJ Brown catches 1 or 2 through the air. Titans 46, Houston 7.
Wow. All right. Minnesota at 4-5, taking on Green Bay at 8-2, Sunday at 1:00. Who you got?
I have in the upset special the Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 200 yards on the ground. Aaron Rodgers, 3 interceptions. Vikings 31, Packers 13.
Epic. Chicago 3-6, the Bears going against 6-3 Baltimore. Be more. Who you got?
And as you see on your screen there, Khalil Mack out for the year. If I didn't see that, I probably would take the Ravens, but I just think Justin Fields coming into his own, tough for Lamar, the cold weather on the road. Give me the Chicago Bears 27, Ravens 24.
All right. I love it. Las Vegas Raiders at 5-4, coming off a spanking against the Bengals at 5-4, who have just slumped since that hot start. Who you got?
Yeah, both teams fading. But I just think when you look at it as a whole, the better team here is Cincinnati. So give me the Bengals in a high-scoring one, 37-28 over the Raiders.
Wow. All right, the Cardinals at 8-2, coming off a loss against the Seattle Jets. Who you got?
The Kingsbury second half fade. Russ is tight after getting shut out for the first time in his career. Seahawks riled up, rallying at home. They defeat the Cardinals. Call it 21-15.
Okay, I like it. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs coming off an impressive win, showing signs of their former past selves, but it isn't Halloween, Barnes. They're going up against Dak Prescott and the 7-2 Dallas Cowboys, America's team. Who you got?
Such a tough one. Tough one here. I think we're going to get possibly the highest scoring game of the year. And at the end of the day, we see Jerry tearing up in the booth. The Kansas City Chiefs 51, Dallas 48 in a shootout for the ages.
Wow, you heard it here first, folks. All right, we got the Los Angeles Chargers at 5-4 versus the 5-3-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. As our man Bart Scott said, will Ben Roethlisberger once again raise from the grave and have a great performance?
I think actually it's looking like he's not going to play. As far as I know, I could be mistaken, but I think COVID still. I don't think he's cleared protocol. So Mason Rudolph in. Chargers, after a good start, have lost, I think, 2 out of 3, something like that. Give me the Chargers here, 28-10. Herbert, 3 touchdowns.
Love it. Speaking of holidays, Father Ghost of Christmas time pass. Father Ghost of Christmas pass. New York Giants. Will Tom Brady be seeing double, as in Eli Manning, as in Daniel Jones?
As in delusional Giants fans riled about the win last time out.
Who do we think is going to get this?
Absolute spanking, 45-3 Buccaneers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love it, dude. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I don't even know, what else you could say to that. I just think the Giants are the Giants. That's it, right?
I agree.
Looking forward to some football. Obviously, we will recap it on Monday. Let's switch now to the National Basketball Association.
The Bulls go! LeBron James at the buzzer! He banks in the three! And the Lakers win the game!
All right. Heat last night, 112-97 over the Washington Wizards. Bam had 20-9. Butler had 32. Beal had 30. I think even Kuzma had like 17. But after a good start, I think we know what the Wizards are. They're not a serious contender. And I know you, Michael, are expecting the Miami Heat to return to the NBA Finals.
I am. And I knew this would happen.
So they're, off to a nice start. I think all the pieces are gelling put together. And I think too with Kyle Lowry, he's definitely diminished, but I think leadership, court vision is making the big difference here, and defense.
And it doesn't matter if he did diminish, because he doesn't need to be Kyle Lowry of Toronto. Right?
Exactly.
He kind of reminds me of a more, like, he's not as at the end of his tail career with Miami, but remember when Gary Payton was coming off the bench for that 2007 championship run?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but like more juice left in the tank.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree there. So be interesting to see, if they like I said, make that return trip, second finals appearance in the last 3 years. We'll see if they can do it. 76ers in the upset win, 103-89 over the Nuggets. Tyrese Maxey with 22, Steph Curry with 20, Joel Embiid still out. Harris had 17, Jokic, 30, 10, and 7. And do you think this loss for the Nuggets is a result of Bol only getting 4 minutes on the court with 2 points?
Imagine if he had 40 minutes.
Yeah, be kind of interesting.
Have like 30 points, dude. And do you think they would lose that game?
No.
Or by that amount without Joel?
Yeah, definitely.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
They should be embarrassed.
Yeah, they really should.
Because it's like, everybody's like, who's better? Joel, Jokic. They had Jokic. Can't even get it done with Jokic.
More important in your eyes for this team to kind of like take a step forward, getting rid of Malone or some more roster moves? Option
A.
Wow. Not a big Mike Malone fan, but I'm with you. It's like, what does he accomplish?
What are you doing?
You're killing a career, and hopefully it's only temporarily. That of Bol.
And when he leaves, it'll dig Malone even deeper.
Especially if it's in New York too.
And he's like multiple time All-Star MVP candidate.
Him and Zion on the block
with RJ, that big three.
Yeah. Randall making $30 million off the bench.
6th man of the year.
So kind of interesting, but yeah, kind of not really too many close games last night. Hopefully, we got a nice slate tonight. Hopefully we get some closer ones. First game here, 7:30, national TV, ESPN. We have the one of the oldest rivalries out there, Lakers Celtics. And I was just gonna check on here, and I don't know.
He's not playing.
No. Like, what the? And not to sound like Tony, but what's going on?
I know, dude. I'm with you on that train. I'm with you, because when I was here by myself, I think I was, and I did the show, and I said the season, before you know it, Barnes, it's Christmas. And what's Christmas time? All-Star weekend after that. What's after All-Star weekend? Literally like a month of like back-to-back-to-backs and then the playoffs.
And I'm actually getting some conflicting information though here. So ESPN app, LeBron out, but when we go fantasy app, 11:25, Vogel says LeBron will be a game time decision. So rivalry game, national TV, Lakers looking like shit lately.
Doesn't want Tatum to put a 40 piece on them and win.
Now you're kind of changing your tune just in terms of him playing.
No, Boston wins.
No, but I'm saying, do you think he's gonna end up lacing him up now?
No.
Really? I hope though, like you're not along the Tony mindset though, that he's like just milking this. And
No, I don't think so. I do think he's injured, but I am worried that it could be scary. He might not have like enough.
And what do you make of, honestly? And I know, listen, we get with the shooting, obviously he does some other stuff on the court, passing, rebounding, driving in the basket, but Westbrook, I mean, can you really blame this like 8-8 start on him? I mean, obviously the biggest reason being LeBron's missed most of the games, but I'm saying, like, do you really think he makes the team that much worse? Like, is it like to the point where you would just say, I know you can't trade him, just cut him? Like they're that much better off without that broken jumper?
They should have just signed Chris Paul when they had the chance.
Obviously, yeah.
It would have been so different. You guys would be 8-1.
But if you were why am I forgetting? Rob Pelinka, you would cut him.
No, because you have to still pay him.
Right. But I'm saying, like, it just, I don't know. I just
Fine, see if you could trade him, maybe.
But it just, and then you're gonna have to give up more, take back a worse deal. That's why it's just like
No. You could get some. I would even get some young players who don't play.
I just don't.
Who no one thinks is gonna be good. Fuck it.
I just don't see like where the interest comes when it comes to him. It's really remarkable. You know, I mean, you think about where he was in this league a couple of years ago. You know, MVP. Everybody talking about him on a nightly basis, all the triple doubles, and just seems like he's not at all synonymous with winning, and I think that's a problem. But looking at this game, and I understand. I mean, let's make the assumption, like you're saying, LeBron's out. You'd say the Celtics with Brown, with Tatum are a better team. But I would just say not so fast. You know, they haven't got off to the best start themselves, being at 7-8 here. So I just
but this is the game to maybe start a streak for either team.
And then I don't know if this isn't updated, but it's saying Jalen's out. I don't know if you anything on that.
I'll take Tatum 50 win.
Even with Brown out.
Yes, 50 points for him.
Brown is out. Okay, so that does it for me. I am going to say Lakers 110, Celtics 89. And, you know, like I said, LeBron not playing, but we'll call AD 30 and 15. Westbrook triple-double, 35 points. THT 20, 10, and 7 with 5 steals.
Wow.
Decisive, heading back in the right direction. Because there's too much talent on this team to be wasted and to be a 500 team. And you know, from the players, the coaches, AD, Vogel, they've all been saying they suck right now. So let's turn it around. What a better time than tonight, 7:30 ESPN. Our colleague Matthew's favorite team, the Chicago Bulls.
Let's go.
At the Denver Nuggets. 9:00 NBA League Pass. Denver, 3.5-point home favorites here. What are your inclinations about this one, Michael?
Lob City coming into Mile High City to put on a 30-point shellacking on the Denver Nuggets. Bobo will not play, but this will get Malone to play Bobo. Another 30-point smacking.
And I guess I the other night they played, and I was wrong about this. And you know, Dame played, but I still was like, why on the road are the Blazers favored over the Bulls? I mean, the Bulls have looked so good. I mean, the Blazers, you know, ended up winning, even though they haven't had a good start here. But Do you think that it doesn't make sense that Denver's favored here, or not really?
No, well, they're the better team.
You think
technically.
that? But like with the assumption of what we're thinking before this season starts, not based on
I
the
know.
first
Well,
handful of games this season.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say they're favored because I'm saying they're going to win. The Bulls. So I think the Bulls are favored.
Yeah. No, I love the Bulls in this spot, and I mean, aren't you amazed? And I know we had the discussion yesterday about the Popovich effect, but just how well DeRozan has played.
Oh, it's amazing.
I think the best basketball of his career.
Hands down.
And we thought he was finished after leaving Toronto.
I didn't think he was finished, but
like that the best had already happened, though.
I just didn't think he'd have another like good situation.
Yeah.
Because the Spurs lost Kawhi and Aldridge is old, and
and he's played like the best player on that team and a very talented team to say the least.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna say here, Bulls 120, Nuggets 117. And we are going to get an Alex Caruso at the buzzer for 3 and the win. So look out for that one tonight, 9 o'clock, NBA League Pass. Rematch of a game from the other night, Dallas Mavericks at the Phoenix Suns. I believe the Suns won the other night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two nights ago.
They've won like 7 in a row.
7.5 point favorites here. We've seen KP, pick it up the last few games. And actually, isn't Luka hurt?
I think so.
Trusty fantasy app here. Luka is out.
He's been out?
He just got hurt last game. So him being out, it just, you know what the tough thing is here, though? That the Suns have won so many games. It's like, you know what I mean? Just say, oh, every night they're going to win. But I don't know. Like, for the Mavs to win, all their guys have to have off nights?
The Suns are going to win, bro.
Not even close?
Not even close.
What is it?
I know. Let's go another 30-point win. Like,
yeah.
I'll even do 120-80.
Wow, 40-point win.
Like, honestly, no Luka, KP's going to get exposed.
Oh, man. Yeah, maybe Hollywood Hardaway. we haven't brought up his name this year. I guess that's all we can say. But I'm going to say Suns 110, Dallas 90. So, I don't think there's really going to be too much to watch here. Other two games should be entertaining. But that one is the second half of the double dip on ESPN. 10 o'clock.
Double dip.
So the NBA keeps on going on, Michael, honestly. And real quick, before we get to NHL here, where are you, with the squad?
Which one? Knicks?
Yeah.
I'm in an okay place. I need more knocks.
Uh-huh.
I need a better offense. I honestly need it. I don't like their offense, dude.
Is there a scapegoat in your eyes?
Knox.
No, but that's playing.
Oh, Fournier.
Yeah, hate the defense. Or what defense?
Not even. I mean, if you're not going to play defense, you got to put up buckets, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's the rule.
Right.
There's no other way around it. So if you're not doing the other end, because that's what you were paid to do, we know you're not going to do it on defense. You're not scoring. It's like, why don't we just put Knox in?
What do you think happens if somehow tomorrow night they lose to Houston at home? I mean,
I could see those young boys going off and doing a dunk fest, and with Kenyon Martin Jr. and
Christian Wood,
Porter Jr.
Yeah,
and Green,
all
those dudes. I could see them. I just want Knox, dude. I really think he could be like a T-Mac. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys.
No, I mean, I think the way things are going, I mean, how do you not? Only 3-5 at home this year, and then I also don't like 5 o'clock start time tomorrow. That just seems a little sketchy. You know what I mean? Usually those games, the opposite of what you think happens.
Right.
So something to keep an eye out for, but I definitely, I'm expecting them to rebound.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens, in the NBA over this weekend. Moving along here, NHL last night, just a couple notable games here. The Rangers fall 2-1 to the Maple Leafs. I think they got off to a Maple Leafs started out 2-0. Rangers just couldn't get enough offense generated, which was surprising here. And the Maple Leafs haven't played up to their competition this year. So that was a nice win for them. We had the Florida Panthers, off to the great start this season, 4-1 over the Devils. That one definitely stood out to me. But I think, we've seen with the Devils, lots of talent on this team. Just a matter of all putting it together in the right place. And until that happens, there's just going to be some uneven performances. That's just the nature of the beast. And, you look at another team like the Columbus Blue Jackets here last night playing the worst team in the NHL, the Arizona Coyotes. I mean, they had to go to a shootout. They win 5-4, but you talk about playing down to your competition. You should be easily beating the Coyotes by multiple goals, let alone not getting to a shootout. But that's why they play the games, I guess you could say. Very, very short slate tonight. Only 2 games, both on ESPN Plus. So taking a look at those, we have the 9-3-4 Winnipeg Jets at the 5-10-2 Vancouver Canucks. Battle of Canada, 10 o'clock on ESPN. Plus, like I had said, so, the Canucks have definitely had some good games this year, but of late, they just kind of have been free falling, and I know they weren't expected to do too much here. In your eyes, is it too obvious to say better team wins in the Jets here, or do you think at home, due for a bounce back performance? I mean, where are you here?
Let's go the better Jets organization for the win.
I'm going to pull a Tony Contrarian spot here, and I'm going to go Vancouver Canucks beating the Winnipeg Jets. Call it 5-4, and we get a lot of offense going, which is always fun to watch. The only other game of the night, another 10 o'clock special, 7-5-1 Colorado Avalanche, -160 here at the 4-11-1 Seattle Kraken, a team that Tony and Matt are fond of, but I have said all year is trash. And, I know Colorado has been expected to do big things all season. And until they prove me wrong, I think I have to keep picking against Seattle. So give me Colorado 5-2 in this spot for this game. What are your thoughts, Michael?
Dude, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they don't have it. Like, oh, good story, expansion franchise, this and that. But at the end of the day, it's just not enough.
No.
So I mean, really, what else do we have going into this weekend? Anything?
I'll show you what I have.
All right,
close out. We're gonna share the screen. I want you to watch this. These are his highlights from last year. The little time Knox got in. So everybody doesn't think I'm crazy.
Okay.
Out there.
All right.
I'm gonna give the video proof that he is. First of all, most of these highlights, because obviously Thibodeau's, I don't know why they won't draw. Like, he can't play defense. He can't play defense. You don't need defense all the time, dude. You need offense a lot of time. And you need someone who's 6'10" who could get you buckets.
Yeah.
Off the dribble, Brian.
Right.
Like, I'm watching these highlights where you're just talking about the NHL, and I'm just like, what are we doing? Am I missing something visually here? I'm going to play the tape.
Just about 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Knox operates.
And that's physical. That's right to the bucket.
Dribble, doesn't get on the other side. Look, defense right here. Strips him. Plays in the passing lane.
Thaddeus Young behind him, and Knox
explosive.
Strong. 4 minutes.
Pick and roll.
Running all the time to do that.
So quick. Just watch. This gets better. Get out.
Knox with the block.
I know. Watch. Here we go. More. It's all defense, dude. Look at this. More. Give me that.
Blocked by Knox.
Fake right. Go live. Look at that pass, dude. Look at this.
defense, folks.
Watch this.
Picks it up. Turned it over.
They didn't call an and 1-2, which is booty.
He's 3 for 3.
Kemba, teammate, get out of here.
Struggling a bit. Shot blocked by Knox.
Watch, it gets even better. Some blocks.
Celtics on a run.
This is a great take. I like how he just plays too. He's not like all like talking shit. Give me that. Watch this one. I'm the big man, Len.
Knox with the rejection.
Presented by Lexus, the official luxury vehicle of the Knicks. How about this block?
At the rim.
Down, but not out was Knox. He got up off the floor, folks, and come back and drain.
And he came back and drained a three.
Knox retreated.
Get that out.
The future of the Knicks, they would love this.
Here's your lottery.
Apparently they wouldn't.
Either end.
Look at this block. Ready?
Evans
This is nice too, right here. This take.
Knox.
So explosive, dude. So long. Look at him handle the ball. Look at this pass. Right on the money to Mitch. Gets the steal here. Look how quick this is. Boom. Right down the lane. Dunk on you. Am I missing something, dude? Watch this.
14 left, second quarter, Miami up by 22. Kevin Knox with the score.
Winnable game, so to speak. As a West Coast trip, the first week of January.
Knox on the finish.
That's what you want.
This is on Middleton.
Middleton poked it loose.
He's blocked by Knox.
Usually stuffing with ferocity. This time, same intensity on the defense.
I want the people to watch this because it's just annoying.
Yeah.
Look at him. I mean, they don't need this at the three.
Out of control. That's why they're wearing the rings.
Are you almost, I mean, you have to hold this against Tibbs, don't you?
Yeah, of course, totally, 100%. I'm holding
Has
it.
he even been asked about this in like press conferences or anything as far as usage?
I don't know. We should go and ask.
I forgot when Bill Pito was in here. Did you ask him
Yeah,
about
I
him?
did.
What did he say?
He told me that
Checked
he
into the Knicks to see his first
has no
action.
engine,
Knox up top to Robinson.
like no motor.
But does that mean like he's lazy?
Yeah, like he's not like he doesn't play hard.
So he like
He doesn't like him either.
Yeah.
But I don't, dude. Watch these. I'm watching these highlights. It's like, dude,
I don't see that
at all.
Does Alan Hahn on his radio show ever do
I don't think so. I'm gonna try to call in and say that.
We gotta do it. We gotta do
Did
it.
you see that ball?
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Against OKC on Friday.
I still can't. I still can't believe there's more blocks coming, dude. I mean, it's like how many are we gonna see?
And they say he doesn't play defense.
Yeah, I don't know quite what the thought process.
So
is there.
I just wanted to show that because it's just like, even to you, Barnes, like I'm not crazy. Like I think he could literally be. It reminds me of T-Mac in Toronto when he wasn't getting any PT, and then he goes to Orlando and he's an 8-time All-Star there.
Yeah, definitely right.
Let's go celebrate Matt's birthday.
Let's definitely celebrate, and of course, to our loyal fans, keep commenting, liking, subscribing. Everybody, enjoy your weekend. We will see you on Monday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do.